Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, and the way that I do it, number one, is that I help people to realize that what they consider to be their soul is the Spirit of God. Therefore, God lives inside of you. All you have to do, people, is take possession of that, and as long as you do, then you become God and you're able to co-create with the Spirit of God. I'm also creating financial freedom for billions of people across the world, and mainly it's because I'm realizing that people is the greatest asset in this world, and we are and will get paid to exist. People will create means on how to make that happen. In the process, we'll create a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is for you to take the risk and go in the unknown. What I'm asking for you to do, people, is for you to bet on yourself, man. And even though it may seem scary, because it's like the natural thing to do, obviously, is to just do what you normally used to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's how life is manageable to us, is that we're used to doing things a certain way, so we know the outcome, and people stay in their comfort zone. Quote unquote, people call that security. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's an illusion, obviously, because you're either moving forward or moving backward in life. So the moment you stop developing yourself and stop growing, just realize that life and the world is moving on without you. So it's like you have to get to the point where you get comfortable with doing things that make you uncomfortable. In other words, you have to push yourself on a daily basis, man, to take risk. The reason why we consider risk is because we don't know the outcome. But that's what happens, people, when you walk in the unknown. When you walk in the unknown, is that there's no guarantees. There's times that you'll fall flat on your face and fail, man, and then there's other time where you hit it out the park, and massively succeed. And it's a gamble, it seems like, but the truth is that for people that are developing themselves, is that they're consistently developing the confidence and the courage that they need, that in spite of fear, they continue to keep on moving forward. And that's exactly what I'm encouraging you to do today, people, is I'm encouraging you to develop your courage. Develop your courage, and the easiest way to do it is by continuously working on developing yourself. Because the more you develop yourself, is the more you're demystifying the things around you, the things that used to confuse you. It's like you're moving things from the unknown column to the known column. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're literally creating knowledge in real time, because the things that you did not know, obviously, as you experience it, whether you win or lose, fail or succeed, you're learning, people. So it's no longer an unknown because you've already experienced it. Now, it's up to you, obviously, to use the knowledge that you gain from that experience, whether you win or lose, and create knowledge with that, so that way the next time you're faced with those circumstances, you know exactly what to do. So my encouragement for you today, people, it's not a very long message, is that I want to encourage you today to continuously develop yourself every single day in all aspects, man. Especially your mentality. Like, I want you to realize, like, developing in yourself that I'm talking about, people, is not necessarily reading or watching videos and none of that stuff. It's just being aware. That's the best way to develop yourself, is to be very self-aware. Be aware of the things that you say. Be aware of the things that you do. Be aware of the ways that you're being, because if it's a pattern where the ways you're being is producing a certain outcome that you don't like, the fact that you're aware of it, now you have the ability to change it. You have the ability to intentionally choose to do or say different things, to be a different way. Like, you have that choice, people, and that's where the power lies. That's how you take control of your life. That's how you create your amazing future, is just realizing that, number one, it's okay to make mistakes along the way, because that's what's going to happen when you take risks, people. When you take risk, that means risk translation is to do something that you've never done before, because you don't know the guaranteed outcome. And the fact that you do not know the guaranteed outcome, then just realize that's you betting on yourself. And you always got to bet on yourself, people, because if you are not willing to bet on yourself, man, how can you expect anybody else to? If you don't believe in your visions and goals and dreams, then how can you expect any employee to believe in it, or anybody to support you for that matter? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to believe in yourself, man. You have to believe that everything is going to work itself out. You have to choose to believe that you have the capacity and everything that you need to succeed eventually. Because it might not happen the first, second, third, or fourth time, but the bottom line is that as long as you maintain that level of belief and continue to really diligently do the work, then just know confidently that eventually everything is going to work itself out, But continuously choose to bet on yourself, people. Choose to take the risk, because you're worth it. No risk, no reward, people. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, man. And that's facts. Anybody that's truly successful, they'll tell you is that they have taken risks. Some have bet the whole farm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take a risk in life, man. Even though you don't know the outcome, that's what makes it a risk. You have to be willing to do those, though, because if you don't, your life will never change, And all these messages, man, as you take time, go watch over them, Embarrassment and humiliation, that is a part of one of the price of success. So it's like you have to realize that as you take risk, it is going to lead to embarrassing situation. It is going to humiliate you at times. But you understand that that's a part of the process, because what it's doing in the meantime is that it's making you resilient. It's making you mentally tough. It's making you an unstoppable force, man. You know what I'm saying? To where the universe, people, and everybody will realize at some point that you are unstoppable, regardless of what you're faced with. You could be at the brink of collapsing, but the fact that you have the confidence to take the risk to keep on moving forward, at some point, the universe and everything must cower and deliver what you're pushing forward, And I want you to choose to believe that, people. The bottom line is, man, I want you to bet on yourself. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to bet on yourself. Choose to develop the courage that is necessary to keep on moving forward, people, because as long as you keep on moving forward, at some point you must win. I'm going to cut it off there for now, man. Shout out to my co-creators of Heaven on Earth International. People, this is where the collective, we are indeed creating heaven on earth, people. We are indeed elevating people's lives from this 3D world to the 5D dimensions, basically. We're elevating people's lives to go from being just their physical body to being the spiritual being that they already are. They just haven't tapped into that, Is that I'm here to help people to go basically live a spiritual life, to be a spiritual being, which is who you are. You are your soul that's having a bodily experience. And I'm here to help you make that transition, people, to make that leap. And, obviously there's plenty of rewards for that, people. The rewards I always stress them every day is that, number one, you'll have peace like you've never experienced before. You will have genuine joy that you've never experienced before, even in the midst of the turbulence. You will have favor over your life, man, where God will bring opportunities to your steps, to your doorsteps, or put you in rooms where you've never even heard of before, much less, being able to initiate it. And of course, blessings, people. God will bless our hands, bless our minds, bless our steps, so that way anything we touch or is a part of must be successful, people. That's how that works. And if you ask me, not the most important, but one of the most important ones, I'll say, is the divine protection of God over your life, man. Is that God create a shield around his servants, man. People that's out here doing his work. We have a shield of protection around us that protect us from any harm or danger. Indeed, no weapons that ever form against us can ever prosper. By literally all meaning and statement of the word, that can never prosper, The requirements, people, to be a part of this collective, man. Number one is that you must choose to believe that the Spirit of God lives inside of you. The Spirit of God cannot use you, people, until you take claim to that. You must claim that, therefore you can co-create this new world that we're creating with the Spirit of God. Number 2, people, is that you do need to follow my pages. You follow my pages, watch my videos every day, because there's messages and downloads that's in my messages that is speaking to your soul and helping your soul to rise, to take its rightful ownership of your body. So as you watch my videos daily, that's what's happening, is that it's awakening your soul, man, so that way you can become your soul, so you can experience the amazing emotions and gifts from God. Number 3, people, is that, yes, you must speak your truth, people. In heaven on earth that we're creating right now, is that, authenticity is the currency. That is the currency that we're using. So therefore, you have to speak your truth, man. Grab your phone or whatever you use and do a video and post it, man. Because as you post your video, the people that watch it, you have to realize that their blessing and breakthroughs are tied directly to you. So I really need you to do that, people. And as long as you're doing those 3 things, people, then I promise you, you'll watch your life transform right in front of your eyes in very short order here. As long as you do those 3 things, people, then I know that your life is bound to transform, just like mine is. What you're watching it happen right in front of you, and yours will do the same. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who's the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora worldwide. People, my mandate, as you know, is to unite the Caribbean and Africa, and the way we do it is by standing united, man. I always like to point out different things that I see in Jamaica. That way we can, as Jamaica being a blueprint for countries across the world, I always like to highlight things that Jamaica could work on, the things they're doing well. I see right now, one of the things I want to acknowledge them for is, I think on average per year, Jamaica is spending about $22 million a year on cement, especially with all the massive construction and development that's happening down there. A big portion of those cement was imported, I think it was like $11 million in 23 was from Dominican Republic. I think $3 million from Turkey, and what was the other one from? I forgot the third one. Bottom line is, on average, though, they were spending over $20 million a year. As of this year, June, though, the Caribbean Cement Factory, which is based in Jamaica there, they invested $42 million into upgrading one of their plants, the one in Kingston. I think it's called Rockford. And now they're at the point where instead of just developing a million tons of cement per year, now they can do 1.3 million. So they boost capacity by 30%. And now they're at the point where we no longer need to import cement, which is an awesome thing, people. And this is a model that I want you to follow. The way I look at it is this, is that, think about it. Every dollar that you get to keep in the country is creating opportunity for the people. It's creating higher paying jobs. It's creating more jobs, and it's creating more revenue within the country, money that circulate back in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about that. That's just one instance where now we go from spending $20 million a year for that one product and imports to where now we're spending zero for that, and all that money, that 20 million we're spending, can be reinvested back into the country. My mindset when it comes to this, people, is that for every single thing that Jamaica import, especially if we got the raw products what we normally send out, which is limestone, for example, we got an abundance of that in Jamaica. So it's like we always had the material to do it. All we have to keep doing, people, is continue to increase our capacity to add value to our products. And that can be increasing capacity, that can be creating new industries, create new manufacturing. So it's like for every single thing that we are importing, I want the government to really analyze that and say, okay, great, how can we turn that around? If you ask me, when it comes to food, you don't have to tackle everything at once. Focus on the low-hanging fruits. What are the different industries what are the different products that we have there that we can create the manufacturing for to add the value that we need? So we can boost capacity. Like whether it's a farming, obviously that's always one. My biggest thing, you already know, people, is always going to be food security, energy security. So let's deal with food though, because right now we're still investing we're paying over $1 billion a year in import. I believe that Jamaica can literally, within the next 5 years, if they aggressively focus on it, they can aggressively focus on that and invest in the farmers, man. Subsidize the farmers. You know, create ways. I gave the example yesterday about providing them with tools that they can borrow out and then bring it back, or whatever the case is. I mean, who knows what the ideas, man. I'm saying I just know that it's something we need to figure out and solve, people, because again, for every dime that we keep in Jamaica is that we no longer have to worry about brain drain, because we are, think about it, investing in education. We'll be investing in the manufacturing, you know, which create jobs. We're doing a lot of innovation, you know, through construction, you know, expanding and so forth, building. So it's like, I just want us to consistently find ways to reduce our import and increase our export. Stop being consumers and become suppliers, because we have the capacity to do it. And that's obviously not just for Jamaica, that's any country in the world, especially Caribbean and Africa though. But we can use that model going across the board. I just gave you one example with cement. I'm gonna leave it at that, people. Anyways, man, my declarations over your life: number one is that you are a millionaire. Number two is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number three is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God inside of you, man, will continue to shape you and mold you to be the greatest version of yourself, to being the higher version of yourself, man. And my prayer is that you develop the courage to go in the unknown and face it and continue to take risks and bet on yourself, man. I believe in you, people. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk tomorrow.